Hi friends, I want to welcome you back to another video. We are in the shop today and I just wanted to sit down and have a heart-to-heart chat with you today. But before we do, I just want to say welcome if this is your first time joining me. My name is Dulce and I am the owner of Sweet Hope Naturals. It is a bath and body care brand, and I also have a storefront, which is where we are today. And I love to share videos of behind the scenes of me doing small business things, making products, and showing you what it's like to be in the shop. But I also love to do sit down videos like this one, where I get to share my heart, where I get to encourage you, where I get to just sit and chat like a friend. And that's what I want to do today. There is a topic in my heart that I want to share today, and that is those seasons when you feel like progress is incredibly slow. I don't know about you, but for me in this business journey, there's been times when I have felt like my progress has been really slow. And I would expect me to be further ahead than I actually am. And feeling like progress is very slow, if any at all, can be something that can hold you back, can be something that can just deflate you. And when you feel that way, it can be difficult to stay focused and motivated, because no matter what you do, it feels like nothing is happening, like you're still stuck in the same place. Well, that's what I want to talk about with you today, because I think it's something that we can all relate to, whether we're starting a business or we're in the middle of our business journey. I think there's moments and seasons where we all go through this. After my last video about dreaming versus doubting, I got so many wonderful responses, but I also got some very vulnerable responses of people saying that they feel stuck, like they're not moving fast enough or that they're behind. If that's you, I want to encourage you today. I want to start off by letting you know about my own journey. It took me 5 years to get to a place where I could leave my job to do this full time. It didn't happen overnight. Guys, 5 years. 5 years of just working my part-time job and also working for my small business. And during those 5 years, it wasn't a waste of time. I was faithfully building up to get to the point to where I am today. So don't underestimate the power of that slow but steady progress. You need to keep focused and continue to faithfully build upon that dream that you have in your heart, and realize that it's not going to happen overnight. I know that it seems like it can, or it does for some people, but for the rest of us, it takes building faithfully and slowly, with being consistent, with being faithful, with persevering towards your goals. And know that eventually you're going to get to the point where you dream of being. But every dream begins with small steps. Every dream begins with step 1, step 2, step 3. You can't skip the process of the in-between. You can't skip the part where you're slowly building up to something. You can't skip the part where it feels like you're doing nothing. It feels like you're working hard and you're doing this overnight because you have a daytime job, you have a 9 to 5, and you have to come home and work after you've, tended to the kids and after you've made dinner for the family. And then after everyone's asleep, you go down and you do your soap and you make your products and you do your business, whatever it is that you're doing. It's going to be worth it. And it might feel like you're not progressing, but as long as you are doing something, as long as you are continuing to be faithful in what you're doing and to persevere and to be consistent, let me tell you that all of those are building blocks to get you to where you need to be. And let me tell you that during my journey, there were points where I was only doing one market a month. I was only doing one market per month because I could not keep up with the pace of doing a market every single weekend. Now, does that mean that I wasn't hustling enough? Does that mean that I wasn't, putting my business as a priority? No, I just knew what I could handle. And I was faithful with what I could handle. I just want you to know that whatever pace you are able and feel comfortable with is the pace that you should move forward into. Don't overwhelm yourself into something that you cannot handle. Slow progress is progress. Steady progress is progress. So don't get discouraged. And in the moments where I felt like I couldn't do this anymore, like it was too much, God reminded me, keep working on your dreams. Don't stop dreaming. And that faithful voice of the Holy Spirit letting me know that this is what I was meant to be doing, even if I was only doing one market per month, even if I was only having a small amount of sales online on my website, I was still being faithful with that small part of my life of building this business. And you guys, God is going to build upon your faithfulness. God is going to take from the small things that you're able to do, and he's going to multiply them and make them bigger. Give God the opportunity to build off that faithfulness of yours, whether it's big steps or small steps. But he is faithful, and he's going to be faithful if you continue to build upon it, even if it is and it looks slow, or if it feels slow to you. But eventually you're going to see the blessing. And building upon the fact that everyone's journey is different. Don't feel the pressure to have to live up to what someone else thinks that you should live up to. That your business needs to look a certain way, that you need to leave your job immediately, you need to go out and get a small business loan, and you need to jump into something really quickly. Don't do that. You don't need to. If that's not where you're at in your journey, then please don't try to pressure yourself into something that you're not ready for yet. This is why for me, okay, in my journey, the slow progression of that business and seeing how being faithful in the little, God would bless me for more. He would give me more. And then I would do a little bit more, and then more would come. And then I was taking that next step. 5 years, guys, 5 years went by until I was able to open this retail store. So during those 5 years, I showed faithfulness in the little things. And I was consistently faithful. And I was consistently building towards my dream. But I didn't go out and quit my job right away. I didn't go out and get a loan. This business has been growing organically. It's been growing. I have never taken out a loan to be able to do this business. This business has been able to organically grow and provide for itself. And everything that I've been able to do up until now, God has blessed. So I am so thankful for that. And I don't feel the pressure that I need to, now that I have a store, I need to open another one. And I should already have a warehouse, or I should do all these things. Look, if someone else is able to do that, great. God bless them. That is awesome for them. But I am not going to put myself in a situation where I'm not going to be able to sustain a warehouse. I'm not going to be able to sustain, another shop somewhere else. I need to stick to what I am good at and what I know that I can handle in the moment. Does that mean that I don't have dreams? Does that mean that I am always going to be small and not grow? No, I just know, and I have confidence in that when the time is right, when my business grows strong enough, then I'm able to move forward and take those next steps. So don't pressure yourself and don't compare yourself. Your journey is unique. And I've said that many, many times before in other videos, because I truly, truly, truly do believe that. Part of building a business is trusting God's timing and understanding that when it seems like nothing is happening, there really is a God that is working behind the scenes. This is why I love the song Waymaker, when it says that even when I don't see it, you're working. We may not see it. We may not see the fruit immediately of our hard work, but I want you to know that God sees it. I want you to know that that hard work that you are putting into your business, you are going to see the fruit. You will eventually see that. You might not feel like it right now, but I am telling you with 100% confidence that you will see the fruit of all the hard work that you're putting into your business. Trusting in God's timing has helped me to not make impulsive decisions. I thank God that when He opened the door for this retail shop, it was the right time. Had I tried to do that a few years before, I would have failed. Had I tried to jump into a retail store when the time was not right, when I wasn't ready, when the business wasn't ready, I would have failed. But my success, the reason why I'm successful here is because I've been able to trust in God's timing, and I haven't been impulsive and doing things that I shouldn't have because it wasn't the time, because I wasn't ready. And that is all part of being wise and allowing God to give you the wisdom as a business owner to understand your numbers, understand what you can handle, and to be profitable and all those things. You can't make impulsive decisions, because when you do make impulsive decisions, you might find yourself in a hole, and that it might be hard to get out of that hole. So be sure to trust in God's timing. If it's not time for you to leave your 9 to 5, that doesn't mean you're not successful. That doesn't mean that you're stuck. It just means that it's not time. So don't give up. Keep working at it and give it what you can. If you can only do 5 hours a week, 6 hours a week for your business, don't quit because you can only give 6 hours a week for your business. Keep working on your dreams, whether it's 6 hours, whether it's 10 hours, whatever you can give towards your dream, keep working towards it, and you will eventually see the fruit of it. There's a verse that I love and I want to share with you today. It's in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And this is something that I truly, truly hold on to, and I want to share it with you today. It says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." Guys, this is your sign. This is your sign to not give up. Your journey might not look like you imagined it in your head right this minute, but that does not mean that it is not valid. That does not mean that it's not worth it. It is. It's so worth it. Do not give up. If there's something that I've learned is don't rush. Don't rush God's timing. God's timing is perfect, and it's better than your own. He knows when it's time, and He knows when you're ready. So when those doors open, when that confirmation comes, don't hesitate. That's the time where God is showing you, okay, you've been faithful. Now I'm opening this door, and I need you to get up and have faith and walk through it. You see what I mean? There's times when we try to make things happen on our own, but there's a time in our life when we've learned to be faithful and we've learned to trust. When we let things go and put it in God's hands, and then we find ourselves before an open door, and God is saying, I've seen your faithfulness, and therefore I am opening this door. It's time for you to get up and walk through that door. And you're going to know, and you're going to have the confirmation when that door is open. You're going to know that it's time for you to get up and walk through it. So don't try to help God. Don't try to make things happen on your own. Don't be impulsive, and don't pressure yourself, because God knows the perfect time, and He will let you know, and He will open up those doors for you, and you will know for sure, you will have no doubt in your mind that it is time to activate your faith, and it is time to stand up and walk without fear into what God is calling you. I also want to tell you before I leave today that I want you to find joy in the process. Trust the process. I know we hear this all the time, but even more as believers and as a Christian person, as a Christian woman, I can tell you that God has a plan through the process. We cannot skip the process. It is part of our growth. It is part of our journey. It is part of making us who we need to be. So trust the process. God's process is beautiful. God's process is perfect. And if we trust in His process, we're going to get to where we need to be. So let this be your reminder today that slow progress is still progress. Your story is valid, and God is writing that story. So let Him keep writing that story. Keep trusting Him in the process. If this message spoke to you today, please let me know in the comments. Tell me where you are in your journey. I want to help encourage you today. And I'd also like to hear, what have you learned in the seasons of slow progress? What have you been able to learn about yourself and learn about business in those slow seasons? I think those slow seasons are so important and such an important part of our growth as small business owners. So please share all the things with me in the comments. I love to hear what you guys have to say, and I want to keep the conversation alive. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've been encouraged today. And if there's anything else you'd like for me to talk about or we can talk about together, let me know in the comments as well. Until next time, we'll see you guys. Bye.